Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Battle Brothers: A Beginner's Guide with me, Cornish-Knight. Now, a couple of things. The party's not doing too badly. It could be better. Let's see. How far is he? I really need to get them accurate dodge. He's got accurate dodge. Overwhelm is really useful for archers as well because they tend to have high initiative. Just getting people up to level always takes time in this game. Quick point. What I'm thinking of doing, folks, is that unless the end event pops in the next couple of sessions, I'm probably going to, because this was only ever really supposed to be like a beginner's guide. And I was hoping that the end, like the first crisis, was going to start relatively soon, so I could show you what to do in the beginner's crisis, but it's really taking its time. Probably to do with the fact that my fame is relatively low, which is not great. So, okay, we got that. So we're probably going to see what happens. If it doesn't happen by the end, probably by the end of this session, I'll see how I feel come the end of the session. If it's not by the end of this session, or maybe the end of the next session, I'll probably retire the party. Just because there's only so much you can do before like a crisis event in this game, which is why they're adding more content to it, and why they're adding more sort of mid-game, like this kind of day level content to it. I know this stuff is expensive, but I need the food. So let's go. Like this is one of the things I do like about it, with all the crafting and all the bits and pieces and all that kind of stuff. It adds a lot of mid-game content that you can do. So I am looking forward to it, but obviously, as you can understand, he's going to try and get into the woods. Right, most of them are thugs, so I want to bring my... Where's my newbie bees? My newbie bees. Everyone who has to be here, I really want my low-level dudes. We should be able to do it without him. I really want my low-level blokes because it means that they can really power grind and get experience. Okay. He needs to get up and get the fortified mind ability. Let's go. I don't know. Leave thing. Because at the moment, this end event, there's a lot of them. Main threats. Him. These two. So that they're going to charge us because they've got numerical superiority. Right, we've got a couple of things that we can do. Judging from where our units are, mass demoralization of their forces. Right. How well can we hit this bloke? Not well at all. Okay. So I'm going to start trying to kill as many of the lightly armed people off as I can. Oh, really? We missed. We missed again. Okay, that's bad. 8 turns, 5 turns. Sealed wall block. Problem is I can't fall back too much. There is a strategy to what I'm doing. Pulling back here. So I get another round of combat, so the glaive wielder can't get me so easily. In this game, because you're normally outnumbered, you have to think defensively a lot of the time, unless you're late game where you've got a lot of armor and equipment. For example, while dealing with these guys, because they outnumber me, what I wanted to do, I had 2 attempts. I could have killed off the glaive wielder. Really, I should have tried to focus on him, but there was people in the way, so hitting him was unlikely. So I intended to shoot these guys here, who were dangerous because of 2-handed great weapons, but have little any armor, and their morale is bad, so it should affect their morale if we kill enough of them. Engaging my front rank already. Had to be careful of pickaxes because they're basically the low tier. I actually should probably explain the tier of weapons that are in this fight. Okay, first off, pickaxes are the base tier for armor penetration weapons. Stuff like, if you think of stuff like, for example, the crow's beak that this guy here is using. For example, this gentleman here, who's using basically a military pick or crow's beak. That's the other name for it. That's basically the next tier of the pickaxe. The pickaxe is the first one. Similarly, the flail, for example, here, like the Morning Star, is basically this next level above the flail that you have there, and that one is the next one above the very basic one that you see, which is basically just 2 bits of wood with a joint in the middle of it, like a threshing flail. So, and they've got some dirks. They've got a basic axe. Can I get this guy easily? No. Okay. Because what I want to do, really, first I want to kill him. Come on. With him dead. Okay. This is not really going to plan. My plan was to hopefully try and kill these guys so we could get a clean shot on this bloke. Just shield up. We need to stop him from advancing because he was going to try and flank. Okay, he switched out. Okay, let's go in. He can't do anything. Move him up. He's going to run away like cowards. Right. Into the fray. And he did that, which is what I was worried about. Yeah. We really just miss. Well, at least we killed this guy. Move him up, hopefully we'll break morale. Push. He's badly hurt. He's bleeding. He's going to lose 3 points each turn of combat. So we need to kill him. We killed him. Chased these 2 down. Because we really want to try and get as much experience with kills as we can. Where can we move him to? Move him here, because that guy was still fighting. Headshot. You have a less chance to hit with a headshot, but if you hit, you tend to always get critical damage. He ran away. Run them down. He escaped. Can we get here? See if we're in range. Got him with the kidney. He's not going to escape. He's bleeding as well, which is not great. If I had bandages, I could bandage him up. But otherwise, yeah, he's got to have the blood, the cut artery ability. If you bandage a cut artery, it goes away, so you don't get that ability anymore, or that injury. Wiped him out. Yeah, see, so now he's messed up and has to go and heal. Didn't he want to level? He's hurt. Not too bad, but his armor's the thing that's I'm worried about. If I'd had my better archer, we probably wouldn't have had that outcome because we'd had a higher chance to hit. But I was trying to grind and get my guys' levels up. Already got paid. Orc Menace is still a pain, but we should be able to deal with it. Right, so base tier armor penetration weapons, don't really like them. That's not worth anything, that's not worth anything. Do we have enough people with dirks? Yeah, not really, to be honest, not to my liking. So I suppose he can have one. Right. So as they're healing themselves up. Right, we have everything, yeah. Tools, as usual, are going down. There's not a lot we can do about that. Ammunition is okay. Healing herbs, which have been one of the biggest problems for me in this campaign due to the lack of places that actually supply the dang things. Actually, I don't have any bandages at the moment. I always tend to give my healers bandages. To be honest, I shouldn't really do it because the archers tend to be the most effective people I have. So I should probably give it to some of these guys in the back. The reason I gave it to these two is that if any one of these guys in the back get hit, they can tend to cover most of the people. To be honest, where they are, they can cover everyone. As long as they stay in formation. Right, so it's this. Let's talk money. Need to be paid more. Attain the shroud from the found of the Sterling Crypt. Okay, we'll take that. It's going to be up. It's going to be up in the snow. I hate snow missions. Depending on how many there are, we may or may not take it. It will also help us get towards our ambition of destroying locations beset by the undead, which is useful. Right. First off, if we are going to go and deal with these guys, stuff like spears, no point really having them. Piercing stuff does not really affect the undead. So going to put him here. I know we're trying to level him up, but now is not the time. Give him bandages. Let the day tick by. Dawn's up. Let's go. I hate fighting in snow. Just take the Stroud. Yeah. I don't really want to fight. Ooh, that's actually a bad. Few ancient legionnaires, military auxiliaries are. Judging from that, yeah. If I'd taken that Coptic, well, not Coptic, but basically that it's a particular weapon that the ancient Egyptians used to use in various regions of that world during that time period. If I'd taken that weapon, that would have caused a fight to have happened, which is never a fantastic thing. I'll keep the spear here. Spears are useful for enemy individuals that have like low weapon skill or just low level individuals at all, because obviously their stats tend to be lower. Right, everyone's in good spirits. Huzzah. That means if we pawn some of our junk off on them, they'll be more happy to accept it. That's smashed to hell, so they can have that. Their tools are actually relatively cheap here, so we'll grab some food. We'll grab a little bit of food. Okay. Healing herbs. Yeah, the healing herbs are the main bane of my existence in this campaign at the moment. Let's pay for a room mill. Okay. So, there we go. We need to do some leveling, really. We need to get people up. Some of my guys are too low level for my liking, so we need to actually be fighting more stuff. Normally bandits. You found Hawking with a wildman stacking his crowns in the tower. He leans back with his money manifestation with a wide grin, but until he laughs forwards, knocking it, he laughs manically at the coins scatter. The man playing with his money is a curious sight. Perhaps the wildman has no real concept of what crowns are good for. If so, maybe we can take them from him. Better leave the man his crowns alone. No, I don't want to do that, because that will probably end up giving bad morale situations, or just like causing to attack someone. You can never really tell. That's the thing. I'm just going to drop off the beaten road for a second. We have the supplies. We haven't really explored a lot of the off-beaten track, which is normally where you find a lot of the better events and situations. As you can see, our visibility yeah, orcs. Oh, that was great. I was hoping for something interesting, not orcs, to be honest. Right. It's day 101. I know the end day scenario can trigger as late as 120 for the first one, depending on how far back our fame is. We're famed, but that's about it. If we're legendary, it probably would have had something to do. This is going to be an escort job. Escort caravan to the northeast. It's not really worth it, considering it's going to eat a lot of our money to do that. Have a little food. Still wanting some more wolfhide stuff to pop. I don't personally like taking the escort jobs, because the issue I have with them is that the way that Battle Brothers works is very simple. You want to take jobs, which means you fight and get paid. The problem with escort jobs is that you not only have to fight to get paid, but you also have to make sure that the people that you're fighting with, which are the NPC merchants, which aren't particularly very good, because they're just like your basic peasant, and the mule and the carriage, you have to make sure that they are fine as well. And that can get very tricky, considering that they have no armor, very low weapon skills. It can get very bad very, very quickly, and I don't like doing it because obviously it's risky as anybody's business. Right, friendly, any work here? Right, we'd be paid more for this. Okay, accept it. Drive off the brigands. They've been raided, so stuff is going to be expensive here. We'll grab a little bit of food in case we need to camp overnight. I'm putting this squarely down to the fact that my fame is lower than average. It's the only justification I can think of for why it's like this. So we're looking at a marksman, many raiders, and a leader. Okay. Okay. This is not a time for using our low-ranking people. Right, so everybody's on high spirit. Nah, he's a drunkard. Okay. We should be able to, I think. If not, it's going to be really interesting. So let's do it. Oh. A feigned robber baron. Okay. So there's going to be 2 of them. Okay. There's 10 on 2. We need to kill that crossbowman. Before anybody else, he has to die. He has to die. Because he's going to be a massive pain otherwise. And there comes the boss. Oh, he missed. Right, killed him. Excellent. Got the guy behind. Right, these guys are going to be horrific. They've both got military cleavers, which are horrific weapons that do a lot of damage and bleed. They're basically the next level above the weapon he's using. So, this is going to be nasty. I'm not lying here, folks. Okay. Throwing axe. He's going to try and stun me with that. Delay. Where's he going? Okay. First off, probably one to... That's going to be annoying, but that great weapon user is worrying. So we killed him outright. Excellent. We need to try and break their morale as quickly as possible. Oh, he's going down here. Okay, this is bad. Alright. No point trying to go for him. We'll focus fire on this guy because his morale is already shredded. They're really pushing hard on this flank. Okay. Got his face open. We're going to push right now because we need him. We need this guy dead. Really, dude? Just tank like crazy, dude. Kill him if you can. Get rid of his shield. This is going to be nasty. Ouch. Come on, hold, hold. This is going to hurt. He's got high weapon skill and he's got overwhelm. Yeah. Right, so we need to kill him. We need to kill these guys to break their morale as quickly as possible. Because the moment we break their morale is the only real way we have to beat the bosses with them. Okay, so try headshotting him. Right, he's broken. Relocate. Straight away relocate. Right, okay, get here. Focused all your attention. Okay, we got that guy. Right, get down here. I'm trying to break this bloke. Because if you can break him... Oh, I was hoping that was going to work. Okay, get here. I don't want to get into this high ground because he'll jump up here and get a height advantage. But we'll go here. Right. Kill him. Relocate. Relocate. There's no point. We can try. Well, we got his ear ripped off at any rate. He's probably got to run. I don't mind if he runs, to be honest. I just want to win. Try and get his morale to go away. Best way to do it is just ganging up. Right now, just gang up and we're just going to knife the guy to death. Does he have a knife? No. Okay. Shoot at the other bloke. The Problem is, I don't want to get greedy and try and steal his armor and lose some in the process. It's not worth it, especially considering how high his weapons, his defense skills will be. He's going to run off. I'm not concerned. I'd rather not lose people. He's taking penalties. I'm happy with that. Right, he's broken. We destroyed his armor. I don't care. I just want him dead. Whew, it's over. I don't care about chasing down the other bloke. I'd rather not lose anyone. We got basic mail, which is not bad. Heated shield, which is not bad, and a bit of other bits and pieces. A military cleaver is very nice as well. Laser helmet, relatively good quality, it's nice as well. A bit better. The problem is, the manhunt suddenly reminds you a lot of men you used to know. They don't settle. You don't settle on the déjà vu for long. With a few quick slashes of a sword, you remove the man's head. Right, let's get back to town before the mercenaries turn up, because you get an event with that where if you get his head, like a bounty will turn up. That's the manhunter. Everyone the treasure stands up and unveils the bullock sack, carrying the trophy. He nods. We get paid even more. Anything worth picking up? Tradable resources for a start. A little bit of food. They won't pay us much for this, so we better sell it in a place. Actually, what's our relationship with these people? I wish it automatically paused when you're in a settlement. What's our relationship with mending? Yeah, very friendly, so we'll get paid better here than other places. So they're gonna. I wish I'd still had that blinking ghoul tooth. If you have the ghoul tooth, they because it's 100 gold for an item. You can always tell the price of something accurately. I think they're paying us just over what 15% of the item's worth, which isn't great, but keep those because they're useful in case we have an undead uprising. Yeah, screaming cats and all that. Did anybody level up? No. That's really frustrating. Right, let's go. We'll go to Troomfester. If I was going to say something, I wish that one thing I do think they should have done was that the major cities had independent contracts as well, rather than just being it. Because the thing I find slightly annoying is that if you have a lot of places like this, which are strongholds, some of them do. Like that one will have, but like main castles, like main fortresses like this Citadel doesn't have an independent like merchant thing, which I think that all the cities in the game should have, all the places in the game should have an independent element to it. So, because for example, I hardly ever do faction missions because they don't tend to be that rewarding money-wise to do. So I don't do them. Right, so that's all paid up. Got a bit of cash. Yeah, they've got a military glaive there. Interesting. Marketplace, no. Worksmith. Besides the glaive, military fighting axes are very nice. Great for hammering through shields and stuff. Warhammers are great. You really need to have a guy that knows at least one person in your party that can do with warhammers. Maybe grab someone from the pool. Retired soldier. Take a toll on their physical abilities, which sucks. Sell sword. We could get him. Are expensive. Yeah. So nobles often have profited from some training in military fighting. We see. I mean, at least he'd come with a bit of his own gear. This guy would come with his own gear as well. And it's not too bad gear as well. We'll see. As it stands, folks, there's not a lot we can do except wait for the event to pop. I mean, it's unusually late. 103. Normally it's popped by now, so it's probably not going to pop until like 110. If we're unlucky, 120 mark. So if you want me to continue this, like, let me know. At the moment, I'm a bit ambivalent. There's only so much that I can tell you without, say, for example, us going fighting the Ancient Empire and Undead. And our guys aren't really kitted out to do that. I mean, I could talk you guys through, like, particular perks, for example. Overwhelm. Overwhelm is very useful for range units and various bits and pieces. Berserker is really good for range units as well, especially longbowmen, because it allows you to get an extra attack off, so you can get 3 attacks off per turn, which are really useful. But there's various bits and bits I can tell you. I just really need the end event, one of the first crisis scenarios to trigger, so I can discuss some more deeper tactics. But that's going to have to be it for the moment, ladies and gentlemen. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, or leave a comment in the comment section. And I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.